and the Ohio State University South Centers.
Why is it?
Welcome to Business Talk, presented in collaboration with the University of Rio Grande and the Ohio State University South Centers, from the heart of southeastern Ohio at the University of Rio Grande TV studio. Our goals are simple: promote the University of Rio Grande and the Ohio State University South Centers, as well as advocate local small business and their support organizations. More importantly, promote southeastern Ohio as a wonderful place to live, explore, and learn. There are many different ways you can find us. The University of Rio Grande Cable Access Channel 17, live online at blogtalkradio.com, and on YouTube if you are unable to catch our show live. Introducing our co-hosts, Jason Winters, Mike Thompson, Patrick Dengel. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoy the show.
Hey, welcome to Business Talk. At least I think it's Business Talk. The studio has officially gone to the dogs, I think. We've got some little ones running around. Hopefully they're not making wet places on the floor. But this week we are dedicating the show to the Canine Shelter, and our guest is Laurie Cardillo, the Gallia County Dog Warden. And who's
Laurie, who do I have?
You have Jax. He's 11 weeks old.
11 weeks old.
11 weeks old.
And he's a resident of the Gallia County Animal Shelter right now?
Yes, he is, as of last night.
And he is available for adoption?
Available for adoption immediately. And he will be $65. That includes the vaccination, the spay and neuter voucher, and the county tag.
He's a lively one. What kind of dog do you think this is?
Not real sure.
Okay.
They told us he's a boxer mix, but honestly, I don't see a whole lot of boxer in him.
No. If you're, looking at a puppy from the pound or shelter, how would you pick one out? This one's going to be a certain size probably and have maybe a temperament of something. How do you think you would advise somebody as far as picking out a dog?
Well, just, they know the size of their house. Mm-hmm. They know how many kids they have, if they have kids, if they have other animals. And I think the kids and the animals is the most important part. Mm-hmm. You know how that dog's going to interact with the other dogs, the kids, and do you have adequate space to keep that dog in the house?
I think, too, another consideration is lifestyle. At least it was for me. Personally, I wouldn't have like a high-energy dog. I'd have kind of a lazy dog. That would leave out Jack Russells and those herding dogs that like to run a lot.
Cattle dogs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Those Australian cattle dogs and things. Mm-hmm. Not for me.
Well,
Big and lazy.
I got to thinking just a few minutes ago, it was actually 25 years ago this month that Tracy and I adopted our first dog. And we were in Franklin County, and we went to the Franklin County Animal Shelter, and we got a little beagle, and that was Baby. That was our first baby. And so that's 25 years ago this month. But we're going into this period of the holiday season, and a lot of people are thinking about pets for the holidays. Mm-hmm. Sometimes that's a good idea. Sometimes that's not a good idea. Let's talk about a little bit of what should a person think about before they decide to adopt an animal, especially an animal they're going to be giving as a holiday gift.
I think that an important part of that is research that breed. If you are looking for a specific breed, they need to research that and know what they're getting into on down the road. Otherwise, it's probably going to end up at the shelter.
Right. Yeah, right. We don't want dogs being rescued. You're doing a great thing by rescuing a dog from a shelter, but then we don't want you to have to bring the dog back for various reasons, whether landlords don't like you to have the dogs or pets in your house or apartment, your lifestyle doesn't fit, you're away from the house too much. I know whenever I get a puppy, I come home for lunch to let him out, because after you have a dog or an animal, your life is ruled by one, the dog, or their bladder.
It's like having kids.
Right.
You know,
Yes.
you've got something you got a commitment to for the next, depending on the breed of the animal, 10 to 15 years.
So, you know, you have to schedule your trips just enough time to come back and let them out of the house if they're an inside dog.
Now, in my case, mine go to the shelter with me every day, so that doesn't
Yes,
present
you
an
can
issue.
take your animals to
yes,
work, sure.
Yes, absolutely. They leave home when I do, they go home when I do.
Yeah, I love taking my dogs to work.
I leave my dogs at work. They're farm dogs. They
Yeah.
take care of the farm while I'm gone. They're taking care of the goats and guarding the house and all those good things. So they're doing their job while I'm at work.
Okay, so assume we have picked up a dog, puppy, full-size dog. As a dog owner in Ohio or Gallia County, what do I have to be aware of as far as rules, regulations, laws, and those type of things?
Okay, if
Because
that,
you are the dog warden and you kind of enforce those things.
if that dog is picked up and it's wearing a tag, we hold that dog for 14 days and we make every effort to contact the owner. If after 14 days the dog has not been reclaimed, then it goes up for adoption. However, if the dog is not wearing a tag, if it doesn't have the county tag, we only have to hold that dog for 3 days and then it goes up for adoption or rescue.
Okay. I heard you talking earlier about leash laws. What are those type
Absolutely.
of things?
If the dog is outside, it should be ideally on a leash, under the owner's control. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but as long as it's on your property, then it's obviously under your control.
Okay, so like Jason has farm dogs and they're roaming and, you know, patrolling the perimeter of it.
Dog won't.
And then that's when
You
you
get a
have an
phone call.
issue. Yeah, that's when I get a phone call.
What do people call you for?
Oh, a little bit of everything. Stray dogs,
Yeah. Let me go check. Oh, no, you got it? All right.
it's chasing livestock, chasing their dog.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, we had a dog a long time ago that would chase chickens and cattle and
yeah, you get.
kill the chickens. And
Ooh,
that doesn't make for happy neighbors.
no, it doesn't.
No, good fences are good neighbors. Having puppy attacks.
Are we good over there? Yeah. Okay.
Muffy's having a moment.
Okay. It figures the first time I get on this side of the camera, we have more difficulty on the other side of the camera.
Well, that's because we left Pat on the other side of the camera.
Yeah.
And
It's-
Pat's back there playing with the dog, so he's not paying attention to what he's supposed to be doing.
Hopefully we've got all the microphones up and
If Wanda is
yeah.
if Wanda is watching the show today, Wanda, we know what Pat wants for Christmas.
Puppy.
Okay, do you fine people or anything like that?
Sometimes.
Okay, what would they get fined for?
Not having their dog on a leash, not having it under control, not having dog tags.
What's the fine for those things?
That
Various.
just depends on the offense. I think the first offense is like maybe a $25 fine plus court costs. And every time they have to go back to court, it goes up.
Okay. Why do you see dogs coming into the shelter?
People just, you know, they get them for whatever reason, and then they decide that they no longer want them.
Yeah, my attitude with dogs, it's a lifetime commitment, or the lifetime of the dog.
Absolutely.
And it's not disposable. You know, I think some people think that they're disposable. And, you know, when you make a bond with an animal, I think that, you know, it should stay that way. I know life changes, and hopefully you can find somebody to take care of them after that, and they don't end up in the pound, because you never know what happens in the pound or where they go after that.
Right.
As far as the business of the pound, how are you funded?
we operate from a county budget, and we rely a lot on donations from the public.
What kind of donations do you look for?
We have people that donate money. We have one lady from the Thurman area. She's dedicated every month.
Okay, that's our camera. We have a dog as a camera person, so.
Gallipolis Walmart, they are also very dedicated with monthly food donations. We have just citizens, obviously dog lovers, that come in and donate food. We have school groups that do fundraisers, and they donate the food.
But you also have a lot of individuals that donate their time. They come out and they help cleaning and things like that, right?
Well, that's been kind of down, and
Really?
yeah, with with the holiday season, school, things like that.
Sure.
We normally have community service workers. That's kind of down for whatever reason right now. So basically it's been Nathan, Teresa, and myself running the shelter.
Oh my.
Yeah.
So what's it take to run the shelter? What's your day consist of?
Jeez.
Go in early, you feed them, do they take them out
Go-
and get walks or what?
If we have people volunteers that want to come in and walk the dogs, that's a great help. That's been down right now too for whatever reason. Normally we just tie them out and they clean the kennels, get the water and the food changed out. We usually get there around 8 in the morning, and I'm there sometimes till 7, 8 o'clock at night.
So you have a little area there that they can't play in. It's a small area, but you have a little area that they don't have to go out in the yard, right?
You mean indoors?
Yeah.
No.
Well, no, it's outdoor, but still in the cage.
Yeah, we call that the back patio, but here lately, that's been occupied too.
Has it really?
Yes, yes.
So how many animals do you have in the shelter right now?
I'm gonna just take a wild guess, shoot from the hip, about 33 as of this morning.
And that's full?
Yeah, that's full. I think I might have one empty puppy cage as of this morning.
So how do we advertise and let the general public know that there are beautiful animals out there ready for adoption?
Well, we try to keep current with pictures and things like that on our Facebook page. And we have a lot of good people that share those posts, and we also work closely with the Friends of Gallia County Animals group, and they do a good job getting the dogs out, getting them out to rescue.
My wife's one of those. She takes care of our Higher Ground Facebook page, so she's always constantly sending out those updates about what animals up for adoption. And some of them are very beautiful animals.
Oh yeah, I've seen. I watch the page and see what different animals, and there's always somebody out there I'd like to rescue. I've got a full house right now.
But you also have some public events coming up that you're going to be adopting.
I have an adoption event at Tractor Supply in the Silverbridge Plaza Saturday from 10 to 2 with Joyce McDonald up there. That's the third one I've had up there this year.
Okay.
We've had 2 with 2 different fruit pharmacy locations. We did the parade last week downtown. And, I'm all about promoting the dogs and just getting it out there.
So how many animals will you be taking to Tractor Supply on Saturday?
Scoot over a little bit.
Over this way?
Yeah.
A little closer. Togetherness, I'm like.
Yeah.
Since the puppies are moving the cameras around.
We've got to move ourselves around to stay with it. What? Okay. So at an adoption event, you'll bring dogs and you can play with the dogs and get to know them and maybe find which one that you might like.
Sure.
So what does it cost to adopt a dog?
$57. That includes the spay and neuter voucher, the adoption fee of $13, and your county tag. If you get a puppy and we vaccinate the puppy, then that's $65 to cover the cost of the vaccination.
So what's the spay and neuter voucher worth? Does that cover the whole cost of the spay and neuter, or a discount?
It's a big discount. You still have to pay for the heartworm check, but it's a $40 voucher, and it's honored by Four Seasons, Riverbend, and Frenchtown.
Okay. Yeah, I am in full favor of spay and neuter because we don't, and you know this, we don't need any more dogs.
No, we don't.
And it would be nice if people would quit breeding dogs or just letting dogs roam around and breeding on their own, and maybe come up with little puppies of all sorts of types. I know there's people like have intermixed different breeds, and now they're what do they call those now? You know, like the
A mixed breed?
well, yeah, it should be a mixed breed.
They'll breed them down, is what they do.
You know, like the poodle and the Labrador, the
Labradoodle.
Labradoodle. They're
Labradoodle, yeah.
designer dogs now. They're not mixed
okay.
breeds. They're designer dogs, but
And a cockapoo,
yeah,
cocker spaniel and a poodle.
right. So I would just like to leave the breeding up to the breeders, and get your dog spayed and neutered, because that's where you get a lot of your dogs that
So
come
you're a
in.
big Bob Barker fan.
Sure.
So do you want to meet the rest of our guests?
Sure. I'm a dog person. Let's meet some.
Now these are all rescue dogs, right? And 2 of them are yours.
Well, actually, Jax, the puppy, he was an owner release last night.
Okay.
The girl got him 4 days ago, and then found out she couldn't have him where she lived.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's something that most people should check out before they decide to adopt a pet.
Absolutely. And I just would like to put out there that I did have a lady that rescued a dog from Mason County Pound a while back and brought it to the shelter yesterday.
You're heavier than you look. Yes, you are.
So this is Jack.
That's Jax.
Okay.
No,
And who's this over here?
That is Sunday.
Sunday. Sunday.
What kind of dog is Sunday?
She is a border collie mix, I believe.
Okay.
And now Sunday's not very old.
Sunday's probably getting close to 3 months old.
3 months old. Yeah.
Yes. And
And who you got?
this is Muffy. This is the shelter mascot, Muffy.
Okay. And that's a mixture also.
Yes. Some people have called her a bully pit bull.
I'm sure you're on the microphone.
She's the most friendly pit bull I've ever seen.
Oh, most pit bulls are very nice.
Yes.
They
are.
It all depends on who's raising them and how they're socialized. That means a lot. If you get a dog, you want to bring them out, socialize them with other animals and people so that they're good citizens of the community. And they are lifetime wonderful companions.
Muffy is our official people greeter, dog tester, whatever. She does a little bit of everything at the shelter.
This one is very curious. Doesn't want to stay in one place very long. So this is not exactly a lap dog, are you?
No.
I like to play. Sure, we've got some other animals, and you can describe them when they come up, of adoptable dogs that the shelter has.
Okay, that's Miss Prissy. She's also available for adoption. She's probably about 2.
Okay.
I think she's got just a little bit of pit bull in her.
All right, do you think most of the dogs that come in that you might adopt are housebroken or not?
Well, a lot of them we have there right now are kennel trained.
Okay.
Wow.
So what's kennel trained mean?
That means they don't do their business in the kennel.
Okay, so they wait to go out.
They wait to go out, yes.
Okay. So can we flip through a few more pictures?
That is Coda. Coda weighs probably, I'm guessing, about 100 pounds.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, I was guessing about 50 or so.
No, that picture makes him look a lot smaller. He's
Yeah.
a pretty good sized dog.
That's a pretty dog there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Bugs. That's our pan banger.
Okay.
All day long he bangs that pan. He eats his food really fast and he drinks his water so he can bang that pan. He chases it all day.
Now, one thing about pound animals is sometimes they do have a little bit of baggage when they come home. I remember our first baby that I was mentioning earlier. When she came home, she'd never eat out of a metal bowl. And we think it's something that had to do with, that's what they fed her out of the pound was a metal bowl, and she would never eat out of a metal bowl.
We've had a couple dogs come in that wouldn't eat out of a pan, period. You had to put the food on the floor.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
got one in there right now that, she's been adopted out, but it has to be on the floor.
So you got to play to their personalities a little bit.
Yes, and they all have their own personality.
And certain breeds are predisposed to having other certain, ways of being, personalities. where they like to chase things, or the herding dogs. You know, herding dog around several kids might be interesting.
But it could be good too.
It
Yes.
could be.
It's an extra babysitter.
Yes.
Sure.
Absolutely.
That's Dirtball.
Dirtball.
He's 6. He's been on a chain most of his life. He was a trained watchdog. I actually have someone that's going to come and take him tomorrow.
Oh, good.
So he's found his home.
Well, where's the next one?
That is Sourpuss. We call him Sourpuss for a reason. He's just not a real happy guy.
No. Is it low energy or?
No, he just hasn't been socialized. He had never been handled when he came into us.
So
He's a little better than,
a little scared maybe? Or
yeah, he's dog friendly.
Shy?
He's dog friendly, but he doesn't interact too well with a whole lot of people.
As far as not interacting well, is that being shy or aggressive type?
He'll growl and go to the back of the kennel.
Okay.
He's a bluffer.
Okay.
He's a bluffer. He's a lemon beagle.
Mm-hmm.
That's Queenie.
Mhm.
That's our long-term girl. She's a boxer pit terrier mix. She's about a year old.
Well, why do you think it's long term for this one?
Well, she's not cat friendly. She's not other dog friendly. She's really not people friendly. She's just Queenie.
Yeah.
She gets along with Muff, but
Mm-hmm.
that's Jasmine. That is a 5-year-old Shar-Pei Shepherd mix. Now, she is fully house trained.
Hmm.
She was an owner release. The
Yeah.
owner was moving to Arizona. And she's available for all of these dogs are available for adoption. That is Woody.
Woody's making fun of me, I think.
Yeah, I think so. He is a beagle mix.
Okay.
He's kennel trained. I think he would be easily house trained.
Mm-hmm.
Loves car rides, and he's available for adoption.
Mm-hmm.
Now we just saw the address scroll across the bottom of our screen, but it's really simple to get to.
Yes.
Why don't you tell our listeners how they can get to the animal shelter in Gallia County?
I usually ask people if they're familiar with where the old children's home used to be.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And we've recently put up new signs
Uh-huh.
back there at the Canine Shelter, and you know they got the neat little arrows and all that stuff. We're really
So-
not hard to find.
Right. It's near the hospital. You got 160,
Yes.
and there's a
Like
big
you're
gray
going toward
house.
Bidwell. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. There's a big gray house on the hill on the right, and you turn in there. The gray house is
The
it's
old-
huge. It
yeah.
used to be the children's home.
Yes, and I tell people go past Brown's. We're the next road to the
Next
right.
road right.
Mm-hmm.
And the administrative offices for Gallia County Local Schools is right back there too. So.
No, actually they moved that.
Did they?
I think they moved it down by the Southwestern School.
I did not know that.
Yes, yes, it's been out there for a while.
Okay, so where the old administrative offices used to be.
Yes.
The old. Oh well, never mind. You're having fun, aren't you? Hey Pat, I think I got a permanent replacement for you here.
Yeah.
Nothing personal, but this one's a lot more cuter.
Yeah. Has about the same amount of white hair too.
Yeah, looky there. Yeah.
I can always turn you off.
Let's see the
Yeah.
mustache. You got the mustache? You got the mustache going? Huh? Huh? Huh?
Absolutely.
If somebody wanted to help you out, volunteer or something, what can they do? I guess come by and
Just give me a call, stop by. And we have people to do the volunteer waiver. That's
What's
in case
that?
that's in case you know they would get bit by the dog, whatever.
Oh.
Their,
Liability waiver.
Right.
yeah,
okay.
liability waiver. Yeah.
Yes, like you would hurt me, huh?
did we have any more, or was that all of them? Sure, bring up some more pictures.
Yeah, let's get these animals adopted.
There we go.
That is Scooby. That is a boxer pit mix, and let me tell you what, that is a great dog. He loves to dance. Scooby and I dance.
Okay.
We dance.
Now, does he do it on 2 legs or 4?
He does it on 2 legs.
All
He
right.
puts his paws on my shoulders and we dance.
So he's a
great.
bigger boy? How many
Yes.
pounds do you think?
I would think about
80 maybe?
maybe.
Yeah. I like big dogs myself. Got another one there?
We call him Salty Dog.
Okay.
He's a blue tick coonhound.
Is
Looks like a singer to me.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of an outside guy.
Yeah, he's an outside guy.
Yeah. Probably could sniff a lot of things out.
Oh, I would say. Yeah. Maybe some coons,
Yeah. What else you got?
rabbits. That is Buddy.
Buddy.
Buddy is a lab something mix. I'm guessing maybe about 110 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
He was an owner release.
Looks like he's got a little bulldog in him.
He could have.
Yeah.
I know he's got
like
a
a little
really
American bulldog.
he's got a really huge head.
Yeah.
Yeah. And gentle or high energy?
Yeah, he's just kind of laid back. He
Yeah.
just yeah.
That's what I found. The smaller dogs are a little bit more hyper, louder. The bigger dogs are a little bit more chilled out.
Yeah.
What was that one you were just on?
I think that's Coda. That's the dog that didn't look really big on the first picture.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't like to be carried, but then he will not walk on a leash either. Nathan has been having to carry him in and out.
So he likes to just go on his own
He
if he
just-
had his choice?
He just lay down. Just
Hmm.
He goes on his own time.
on
He
his
goes
own
on his
time.
own time.
Yeah. Kind of like the Great Pyrenees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
That is Sonny.
okay.
I think he's a Mastiff mix. He's good with other dogs, kids. He's a really good dog.
Okay. Can we put up a picture of the shelter? And I believe you've had a lot of, I don't know if you say renovations, but
Wow.
sprucing up the place.
We had a community work day back in June. That was 2 days. Our county commissioners, the county administrator, the shelter staff, and the maintenance guys from the courthouse come out, and we all got together and did that.
Yeah, that looks really nice.
It sure does.
It used to, I don't know, look like an old prison or something
Kind of.
before. Just
Yeah.
all gray block and it's
Kinda
kind of
like-
depressing.
Kind of like Sing Sing or
Yeah.
someplace like that. Yeah,
But
I
it
agree.
really looks like a nice place to visit,
Mm-hmm.
or at least I guess if you're a human.
And we've moved the outbuilding to a concrete pad to deter the rodents from getting into the dog food.
Mm-hmm.
And the maintenance team is going to come in this winter, providing we can get the dogs moved out for a few days, and we're going to renovate the main kennel area, redo the ceilings, paint the walls, things like that.
Okay, so if you need tags, how do you go about getting tags?
I'll stop by the shelter or the auditor's office at the courthouse.
And when are you there at the shelter? What's the hours for the shelter?
Normal business hours are from 10 to 1, Tuesday through Saturday. Mondays from 3 to 7. But like I said, most days I get there about 8 o'clock. Except on Monday, I go in usually about 11 on Monday.
Okay. Do we have the contact information? The phone number? Is there a way to, I guess, if you were interested in adopting a dog, finding out what dogs are there, just come in and visit?
I
Or-
suggest that as opposed to looking on Facebook. That gives you a general idea, but you really can't tell a whole lot about a dog from looking at a picture.
Right.
You cannot interact with a picture.
Right. Like some of the ones I thought were smaller, that are actually bigger dogs.
Exactly. You know, and they could take them out and walk them. They're even welcome to bring their dog in if they have one and see how it's going to interact with that
Right.
dog.
Right. That's very important, is how it gets along with your whole pack of
Exactly.
animals that you have.
Or with your kids.
Okay. So I guess we're out of time. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
And we encourage everybody to go out to Silver Ridge Plaza to Tractor Supply this Saturday and take a look at these wonderful animals.
Absolutely.
Right. All right. Thanks for watching Business Talk. I'm Mike.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Laurie.